Welcome. It's Domain Dave from cheapwinefinder.com with the last wine review before Christmas 2021. We'll pick up with Bubbly on the other side of Christmas for that last stretch run for the new year. And we got a cheap party wine this time, something inexpensive, something, maybe you already blew your budget for the week or the month and you still wanted some wine, or you want something for the party and you don't want to spend a lot of money. And what we got is the Highway 5 Pinot Noir 2020, $5 Aldi. It's made by Gallo, E&J Gallo, which is a very good thing because they are the largest winery in California, in the U.S., and they specialize in making value-priced wine, and they're really good at it, and they own heaps of vineyard and some of the best vineyards in the country they have, and they have grapes, good grapes. They win awards for vineyard practices all the time, and a lot of their value-priced wines are better than they are expected to be. Because they can add a little bit to it because they have so many grapes, so many vineyards. They can allocate things going here and going there. And I'm going to take a sip of this wine. It's a Pinot Noir, which, for a really cheap wine, I wouldn't recommend a Pinot Noir, but this thing tastes just fine. It's a party wine. I mean, at $5 a bottle, you get 4 glasses to a bottle. It's $1.25. You buy 5 bottles for $25, and that's 20 glasses of wine. I would also recommend, if you're having a party and you want a white wine, get the Lindemans Bin 65 Chardonnay. In Chicago, you can find it for $4.99. It's a wine that's been around for 35 years, and it's a seriously good Chardonnay. I mean, I wouldn't, if I had a taste for Pinot Noir, I wouldn't buy the Highway 5 Pinot Noir. This is more like a nice red wine. But the Lindemans is actually, if you're looking for a Chardonnay, and it just happens to be really cheap. It's the king of the cheap wines, but this is fine. I mean, the two of these, it's in Chicago at $5 for it's $9 for 2 bottles of wine that you get 8 glasses from. It's like, if you're throwing a party and you want to save some money, and if your friends are all high-end wine people, probably you can't pull it off. But if you're having friends who are more interested in hanging out and talking and having a good time than they are with exactly in the glass, as long as it tastes good and they want another glass, when it's time, then this is perfect. And take another sip. It does some things well for a Pinot Noir. It just doesn't do enough things for me for a Pinot Noir drinker, but it's a decent red wine. In Europe, where they drink wine with lunch and dinner, most of those people, France, Italy, Spain, wherever, are drinking wine that costs just a couple of euros, 2 or 3 euros. If you're drinking wine every day, it adds up. So they're not spending $20 a bottle, and $5 is 2 or 3 euros. And in Spain, this is right in that wheelhouse. Plus, Aldi and Trader Joe's and Costco wines are that they have their own label on it, probably about 40% less expensive than a comparable wine in a wine shop. Everything you might like one better than the other, but this probably is closer in terms of quality to maybe an $8 or $9 Pinot Noir. So there you go. At $5, you might think, $5 is too cheap. Well, that's probably not, and plus it's not really a $5 wine. The longer it's in my glass and warms up, it actually tastes a little better. It's not a complicated wine at all. It's more of a stew. There's no flavor that just sticks out, and I kind of get some sort of vanilla maybe. So there's some sort of oak going on. Probably not oak barrels, probably chips or something. But at $5, you don't complain about if the taste's good. It's smooth and it's silky, which is a good thing too for a Pinot Noir. It just isn't. Just doesn't have the finesse that I look for in a Pinot Noir, but that's beside the point because it's $5, and this is Think of it more as just an inexpensive red wine that tastes good. So there you go. I mean, that's my tip for the holiday season. You want to save some money and have a couple of bottles of red, a couple of bottles of white, and maybe an expensive Prosecco, a couple of bottles of that. And you can have a little party and not spend a ton of money. And it's pretty good. So there you go. Have a Merry Christmas. Well, we have a few bubblies coming on after the holidays. We're kind of concentrating this year on non-champagnes because there's a lot of really great sparkling wines. You know, cavas, proseccos, spumantes, cremant, all those different names for sparkling wine and bubbly out there that are really terrific and don't cost a lot of money. So we're going to try to hit those. We got, I think, 2 or 3 before the New Year's Eve party selection. So hang out with us next month if you're looking to find something out of the ordinary that piques your interest. So that's it for me. Merry Christmas again. Like us if you will, where you like your podcast. I think most of you like us on the internet where there's no button to push, but that's fine. And stay safe, stay healthy. Have a great holiday again. Hopefully you can spend it with friends and family, and I'll talk to everybody again on the other side of Christmas, and we'll drink some bubbly and have a great time. So adios. Bye-bye.